Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. Wanted to send out the information for the staff meeting like we talked about that we would do. We're going to start with just a reminder of your notes being due, so get those in just as soon as you can. The next thing we're going to dive into are the checklist or the surveys that we sent out to you guys. I know there's a couple of new staff members, so they haven't had an opportunity to complete these yet, but those of you that have sent them in, we appreciate it very much. And Tara, I'm going to use yours for an example today, just to talk about some of the things that we need to include in our joint plans with the families on the sessions. So one of the things that we need to begin with is that we need to reference what we did at the last visit. Now, if you're in a child care center, this is going to look a little different. You're going to just basically approach the teacher, ask how things were going. Did you run into any issues? So forth and so on. So when you're with the family, of course, you're going to reference what you ended the visit with on what your joint plan would have been following through that week. Always ask what they would like to work on, what they did work on, what they felt comfortable with, and then you move forward from there. So one of the questions is in your survey was, did you follow up with that? And if so, what were the strategies that you used when doing that? These questions will also come through in the email, so you can kind of reference them and respond to Dinah and myself, so we kind of know where you are and have a heads up on how things are going. Did you intentionally model practices? And Tara, of course, she said yes, she did, which means, maybe showing some demonstrations with hand-over-hand assistance, doing some physical modeling, showing the family how to use repetition if it's verbal cues. Did you use open-ended questions when talking to the families, not leaving those questions closed where they could just answer with a yes or a no? Asking questions that will help them to give you more information back on the strategies that you're using. Like if you're modeling with hand-over-hand assistance, working on a grasp, like picking up something and placing it into a box, maybe ask the parent, could you show me how you would do this if I was not here? So they could give you a demonstration of how to move through those types of things you may be working on. If it's something that you're following up with the joint plan, you're going to ask the parent, what differences did you see when you used our new strategies and compared to what you were doing before? So just really following up and letting them see that what they're doing is working and moving forward from there. And you, of course, I'm looking at the survey, so I'm going back and forth, you guys. So you also want to make sure that you're verbally coaching when they're doing something, like giving them the feedback if you've asked them to model what it would look like with them, giving them the feedback, oh, that looks really good, or maybe you could try this, but always giving them positive feedback on what they're doing because they're really trying to move forward with the plan that you're setting into action. And then as you move towards the end of the visit, ask them, are there any things that you saw that felt good or that you felt like you would not be able to do? And then set your joint plan for the week for those little things for them to work on. If it was, I'm going to use verbal for an example on this one. If you're using the verbalization and you're wanting to use some of the modeling, be sure to encourage them to use lots of repetition on the actions. Like, say the child's name's Jack. Jack put the block in. Jack took the diaper to the trash. So you're really focusing on the action. So they're hearing their name and they're hearing what's happening as they're making the steps through what mom or dad or the child care facility may be wanting them to do, or what outcomes are set on the IFSP. With that being said, sometimes we don't have, every outcome that we would like to work on with the child on the IFSP. So it is okay to branch out and work on different things that will help you get to those milestones that you're helping the child meet developmentally. So taking the time to just move through those types of things, if they're everyday activities like brushing their teeth, getting them to come to the table, participating in family activities, what may help them sit down with the family at dinner time, using a fork, using a spoon. Those are a lot of times really major concerns for families, but they don't get them when they first start talking about the IFSP and start developing the plan. So understand those things are okay to incorporate in your visit as well. And if at any time you have any questions when you're working on any of these things with families, please reach out to myself or Dana, and we will definitely help to guide you. You probably have the answers, you just don't realize that you're actually working on them while you are. So that's just a point to really remember. But you guys are overall doing a fantastic job. We've gotten really nice feedback from service coordinators and from families. So just keep up with what you're doing, staying on top of everything. It's really, you're really doing a good job, and the families definitely appreciate it. Dana will send out the due dates. That will be coming in an email as well. One other thing that I wanted to talk about today was staff observations. We did not get those done this summer because everything kind of went a little crazy with everybody with vacations. Lots of us had family illnesses, just different things going on, so we were not able to make those observations. So if you will, over the next couple weeks, just let us know what your schedule looks like, and we will try to get out on a visit with you all. And if it's one that we cannot make physically, we will set up maybe where you could set up a Zoom time with the camera so we could actually be in the visit with you if it's not physical, but we'll be there virtually, and we can work through different things there. If there is a specific child that has a lot of needs and you're just needing some assistance there, send that child's schedule to us as well. But those are the things that we just want to look at moving forward. Please follow up with any of the training modules or any training links that we do send you, because of course we have to have those 10 hours by December. Natasha, you're going to follow a little differently because you were hired after July. Anyone that's hired after July, they don't need to have those 10 hours until the following session. So just understand the rest of you, we need to make sure we have those 10 hours, and you guys are really on top of it and pushing forward and getting to where you need to be with those. But if you have any questions moving forward, just let us know, and we'll see how this video and virtual meeting works based on all of our schedules being just a little bit different. So thank you again for everything you do. It's very, very, very appreciated, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.